Hello everyone, welcome back to It Happens in Alabama. I'm Steve Kynard, and as I promised you last time, we're going to show everyone how to make a wax slug. I start with just a regular birdshot 12 gauge. These are number 7.5, just your inexpensive 12 gauge shot. I have set a couple of them out just to have them to work with. What I've got back here on a very low heat is my metal cup that I have melted some wax into. We're going to start by actually the hardest part of this, which is cutting this tiny rim off of this 12 gauge shell. This is where you need to be careful and keep your thumb below where your knife is cutting. Just barely cut that little crimp part off. Just take your time, cut it off. And usually when I get about 2/3 of the way around, I'll pick this up and I better not put it in that one. That's my coffee. But I'll take them, I'll dump the shot into my melted wax. Then I will finish cutting this little rim off. Like that, eyeball it pretty straight. And then we do it again if we're going to make 2 or ever how many we're making. Like I said, keep that thumb down below where your knife's cut in case your knife slips. I do this over a tray because if you're hearing that, you're hearing some shot falling out. So I can get them all rounded back up in a little while. Now the hard part's over with. What I've got in this cup is just regular candle wax. You can use candles, you can use crayons, that's all they are, is colored wax. From what I've read, what I've seen on the internet, paraffin does not work well. But we're through with the hard part. We're going to get to the other part now. Just take your cup. You do not want your shot just absolutely swimming in the wax. You want just enough to cover your shot. And then you're going to get you a spoon, pick a little bit of it up. If you spill some on your tray, not a problem. Once they cool, you can get them right up. I do mine up to about 1/8 of an inch from the top. And I'm going to show you why in just a minute. Get them up close, and then what I do is I dip down in here and I just get pure wax. So when this wax hardens, solidifies, I've got a nice smooth edge on here. Now you want to know why. For me, it wouldn't be a problem as I have a break action shotgun. A double barrel or a single shot that breaks down, it's not a problem. But for those of you that would want to use one of these in your semi-automatic or your pump with a tubular magazine, what you don't want is a shot poking through this wax, sticking out dead in the middle, and then lining up with the shot that's in front of it and get pressure on it, because that lead shot could set the primer off in your magazine. And that would be a bad case of ugly. We're going to break away. Actually, for us, it's going to be an hour or so. For you, it's only going to be a moment, but we're going to let these cool, and then we're going to show you the finished product and test them out. All right, folks, our wax slugs have cooled. Everything's ready to play. What I have here is just the regular 7.5. Here we have the 2 wax slugs we made. As I said, you can use candle wax, you can use crayons. Me, personally, I use Janet's old scented candles. Not only do they work good, your bullets smell good. I'm going to set these down here. What I have at about 10 steps is a piece of 5/4 decking. I'm going to show you the difference. First one is with just the regular 7.5 shot. It does what you expect it to do. You got a bunch of little holes in your board. Everybody knows what birdshot's going to do. Now we're going to show you what one of our new toys will do. We're going to take the one we just shot, and just because we can, we're going to stand another one up in front of it. Now this will be with the wax slug that we just made. Now accurate distance on these are between 10 and 20 yards. They're not a long range round. So let's see what happens. This is your first board, the one that had not been shot. That's the back of it. This is your second one. The slug blew completely through both of them. So that's a good 2.5 inches of wood right there that wax slug went through. All that's made from leftover candles and some inexpensive bird shot. I don't recommend hunting with these. I don't even know if it's legal to hunt with these, but it's something that's really fun to play with. The next video that we'd like to do for you, and I know you're going to wonder what I'm talking about, so you're just going to have to come back and see me. We're going to show you preventive maintenance on your knife. A lot of us carry a knife. It's a tool that we use every day, and the things I'm going to tell you will really help you. So y'all come back and see us soon.
Number 7.5 shot.
Ready?
Ready. All right. Hang in there.
You get what you expect. You get a bunch of little bitty holes in a board. Now we're going to try
the wax slug. And this is with a wax slug. Hit it.
I see a hole in it. Got a hole all the way through it.
All right, let's see what it looks like. Oh my God, yeah.
That and it blew back out the stump. But that's, you ready?
Yeah, I'm on.
That's the same 7.5 bird shot turned into a wax slug.
Wow. Good job.